All right, I'll tell you what, we're going to get that here. Bring some of these guys up here, get a word with them. Guys get down there, and they're going to kind of line them up here. Bring up the top 3 guys here. What are you seeing on them? Seconds to get up here. Singing. I'll tell you what there, Doug. I'll bring up the third and second place guy. Let's get a word with him. I'll bring up old Ludo up here and let's get a word with him. He's up here.
Hello?
Oh, Ludo. Joe in the booth.
Yep.
How you doing?
That's good. And you?
Doing good. It's been a while since I've got to talk to you, but you've had some rough patches here the last couple weeks. How was your night, though?
That was a good night. Finally, the 3 weeks ago, we got a lot of bad luck, EOL and future EOL and E. So we start in the back, and at the end, heavy race, I got in wreck with somebody, and I don't transfer, I don't do it the top 3, but today that's a good day. Top 3 and late model, that's not my class, but I run my line and I'm happy to get in the top 3.
Oh, absolutely, man. You did an outstanding job. Got anybody you want to thank?
No, I'm okay.
Ludo, again, congratulations on 3rd.
Thanks.
All right, that's old Ludo right there. Up our second place man, Shaw. Steve, join the booth. Got a copy?
Got a copy.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. Was there anything else you could have done? Run down Travis Miller up there to get the win?
4 laps would have helped. Took a while to get up to second there. Just ran the bottom all race. Tried to stay out of trouble. Missed a couple pretty big wrecks. Trying to run for the points. So another great points night, of course.
Oh, absolutely. You know, points is crucial as we're heading in. Next week's the last week of the season. So, like you just said, points are all kind of crucial here. And you had a very, very good night. Coming home in second here. Anybody you want to thank?
I thank Roger and GForce and OSR Network for streaming all the time for us. Thanks a lot, guys.
Hey, man, I tell you what, it's always exciting to watch you guys sling these things in the dirt and mud out there. Again, congratulations on second, Steve.
Thanks. Hopefully I see you in the street stocks.
All right. Go Steve Shaw. Well, this guy right here, well, he was just a one-man band up there all night long. But then in Victory Lane, we're in the Malcolm Mills Victory Lane here with Travis Miller. Travis, how you doing?
Good, you?
Doing great. And I tell you what, you were the man out there tonight. You had that thing on rails. But was you a little bit worried on some of them late cautions there?
Yeah, a little bit. I saw that there was a caution with 5 to go, and I kind of was kicking myself. I really wanted to go to the end, and I just knew I had to time my restarts right, and I'd be okay, because the bottom of 1 and 2 was perfect, and the top in 3 and 4 was real bitey all night, so it worked out for us.
Well, absolutely. He was able to hold them off and stay up front. Definitely, man, get a good finish out of this place here tonight for the Strickland GMC feature. And here tonight for the Bandit series. Man, got anybody you want to thank for this win?
Yeah, I just got to thank Gaston's Auto Sales, Precision Auto Clinic, Missions Test Only, the BFP iRACING series for all they do for me on and off the racetrack. The GForce guys for putting on this league. It's one of the best in the business on the sim. So thanks to them, and thanks to you guys for putting this broadcast on. It's always great.
Absolutely. Here we go. Well, I'll tell you what, Travis, another thing out there, man, you look good. Again, congratulations on the win.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, there we go. I'll tell you what, Doug, what a race. What a finish to this one. As these guys, man, put on an awesome show. Got any final words on it?
I think it was great here, and also I think it showed with the tackier track that we had tonight that it was a little easier perhaps for some of those drivers like Steve Shaw, like Brian Beagle, to make their way to the front. So we didn't see a lot of follow the leader type stuff. It was a very entertaining race.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, so these guys right now, we're going to leave here. We got the Bruiser series coming up. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back.
Introducing GeForce TV. GeForceTV.net is your new source for action overload. Featuring free live programming year-round and countless hours of on-demand video, GeForce TV will be your first stop whenever you want to see the latest and hottest racing action. See live Friday Night Excitement weekly from Washouican Speedway, and watch the stars of tomorrow make a name for themselves during Thursday night's live microsprint racing. GeForce TV is also the new home for Rivals Race Chat. Watch weekly as Clinton Jeffrey and Adam Ross discuss all the hot topics in the world of motorsports. For iRacing fans, GeForce TV has you covered with hours of live broadcasting from Rivals and GeForce TV racing leagues. GeForce TV promises to deliver motorsports, esports, and action sports you want to see, along with talk shows and vlogs to keep you connected to the lifestyle you love. Visit GeForceTV.net today to subscribe for free. Sit back, hold on, and feel the G's on GeForce TV.
Hi, Dirt fans. Welcome back. Back here at Volution. This time, we've got street stock action for you. But these are the Bruisers here. This Week in Stream team here tonight. Bruiser Series at Volusia. They're wrapping up qualifying here. Man on pole for tonight, Steve Shaw. What's up, LW? How you doing? They are. They're doing. All right. Tell you what, Doug, that was an exciting race, and I want to give a shout out. Apologize over there on the YouTube side of things. We were trying to set that thing up, and I had like 5,000 different things going on at the time. And yes, you heard the music playing in the background. We had the disco effect of dirt racing. There we go. Call it that.
You're showing your age there, Joe. By that. These kids don't know what that means unless they've seen Saturday Night Live or Saturday Night Fever. So, you know, Joe and I were living it back in the day, okay? I had a leisure suit, all right?
That's right,
it was snazzy, okay? It was.
No doubt about it, well, I tell you. But, man, what some good racing there, and the feature brought about some awesome stuff. And then this one here tonight, definitely as qualifying comes to an end here, we're going to get set for our first heat race. That'd be A&J Custom Creations heat race. And I tell you, they do some awesome CNC machinery work, and they do the trophies here for the league. And they have set out some awesome trophies. You can actually go on GeForce. It's www.geforcerl.com and check out some of those awesome trophies that A&J Custom Creations have done. They are the heat race sponsor here, one sponsor here tonight. Man, out front, Ryan Beagle. He's going to start us all for us here. The street stocks here, Doug. a lot heavier, a little bit slower, a little bit less horsepower. So we was talking about that slick track earlier. That's where it would benefit a car like this, where it's a little bit tougher maybe to get that sliding going on it.
Well, of course, with the suspensions, they don't lean over quite as much as a late model, or of course, sprint car leans the other way. But a lot of times in the street stock racing, the racing could be a little bit tighter because, like you said, it's a lot tougher to pull away and hide. Ryan Beagle on the pole, Nicholas Vickery starting second. That's a double zero. The teenager, I don't know, may not even be a teenager. Lane Snook is out there. Steve Shaw starting fourth. I'm going to start talking with an accent because I'm listening to Joe so much here. So if I slide into it, don't let it happen. GJ Boydell, Nick Erskine. Did you like that? Oh, Ludo starting at seventh. Mike Van Allen eighth. Corey Smith and Stephen Goldner's back. He will start in 10th.
Well, you know, my wife is from PA, and she hounds me all the time. Been married for 20 years, and she has that proper ink, you know, and I go, ain't going a lot of times. And boy, I tell you, that drives her up the wall. She's like, no, you're not going to. You know, so she has to correct me a lot.
Well, it depends on where they are in Pennsylvania, too, because some spots there's almost no accents. Other parts, they're closer to you than they are to me.
Yeah. That's all right. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to get set here to go tonight. I always say it's fun time here on the dirt pace truck as the lights off, getting set. Ryan Beagle, Nicholas Vickery up front, Lane Snook there. Now, Lane, I tell you, he impresses me to be 12. He's very good in these street stocks. Didn't have a good outing in those late models, but here we go. Green flag flies. A&J Custom Creations Heat Race 1 underway.
Well, any of these drivers who made it up to late models or sprint cars started in these street stocks, so it'll be interesting to see if they can remember what they're doing, as Ryan Beagle does have a good start. Snook going to the bottom, looking for second.
Yeah, he does. He's going to see if he can't put a slide on the inside. They're door to door right now. Behind him, Steve Shaw. He got Rat Fink on the side of that thing with a big bug-eyed right there. Looking all kinds on the back bumper of those two in front, saying, hey, y'all two kind of figure it out. I want to get to the front. Contact.
Almost around is Vickery, and boy, the guy that really got the rod of that one was Snook, as he fell back a lot.
Boy, they just kind of like spun him on around, and now he's going to have to work his way the long way around here. Steve Shaw actually falls on back. Nick Vickery, or excuse me, Nick Erskine, my bad, right there. As you see, boy, Steve Shaw cut off the 505 of Corey Smith. That's that final transfer spot there, fourth place. He's trying to hang on to it.
And that is the key battle right now, and you can see the yellow car, the 505. That is Smith trying to catch him from behind. Top three are pretty much gone at this point, so they should be all set in this one. So we'll watch that battle for the last transfer spot.
Well, went on board here with Corey Smith to see what he sees, and the beautiful thing about it is a lot of times I always say you can't see too much. All I see is dirt specks all over his front visor there, so need to maybe take a little tear off, clear that thing off. So guys throwing dirt on him, messing up his car in front there. Steve Shaw out front in the fourth place spot, hanging on to it for the moment. Ryan Beagle's the man in charge.
Let's see, where is Beagle? Well, he's still got some people on his tail a little bit. Vickery gained a little bit on him that time as they went into the corner, but looking pretty strong right now, and a tough break for our friend there is Snook is all the way back now. He is all the way back in ninth place.
Yeah, Lane, they got caught up there in that incident early on, so he's going to have to run probably all the way through the Consolation here to get into the feature tonight. Steve Shaw still the man hanging on to fourth place right there, as you can see in the 54. As they're coming up here close to get about to the end of this one, the A&J Custom Creations Heat Race 1. GJ Boydell hanging on to second. Corey Smith and old Ludo outside looking in also.
And I'm watching the battle for the lead here. It looks like, let me see, I'm on the wrong screen there for a second there. Nicholas Vickery is doing everything he can to try to run down Ryan Beagle. Can't catch him. You know, if anything, I think Lane might be able to run him down, as he seems to be gaining a little bit here.
Yeah, absolutely. Boydell sitting right there in third. Steve Shaw still hanging on the fourth, as Nicholas is trying to see what he can do. Yeah, no doubt there, LW. Lane Snook out here doing an outstanding job. Just got caught up in that wreck. Checkered flag out here. As we come around turn 4, it's going to be all Ryan Beagle taking it home in the A&J Custom Creations Heat Race 1. Was a good one so far here, and just a little bit different style momentum to these cars than what those late models are. Those things are some big horse-powered monsters.
Vickery gets in, Boydell and Shaw round up the qualifiers. Everybody else will head to the dreaded Consolation race. Corey Smith, fifth, came from ninth, so he might have something for him later on.
That's going to bring us up to the B-Fins Heat Race number 2 here. iRacing Paints and Graphics. Got a paint graphic you want done on your iRacing machine out there, check out the B-Fins. They'll definitely get you hooked up, and great t-shirts they can actually get done for you too. So Heat race 2 underway. John Hine out front with Eric Dorsey there. Clinton Nichols up in the third. David Lamont fourth. Joe Backus. We got John Gardner, Troy Stewart up there. KS Kokarik. Chris Whipple is all going to round out the top 9 here. And John Hine, I always talk about this too, Doug. The biggest thing with sim racing out now is implementation of sponsors. I think it's exploded here, especially with this past year, is real style sponsors. And then John Hine out there is one of them. There's many different guys out here that does it. Obviously, the sponsors we have here in the league at GForce Racing, Sweetkin's Stream Team, Malcolm Mills, and then, the B-Fins being here and all the heat races. But he runs what they call the cruiseshop.com out there. And I always say he's got the boat rolling out there. I hope nobody tries to sink that thing.
A lot of drivers, I know drivers are making money just doing skins, other drivers selling setups. So it really is a brave new world in the virtual racing community right now.
Absolutely is. I always say iRacing is the realest thing without spending millions of dollars to go real racing out here. And I know some of the dirt track stuff maybe don't cost that much. You get up there into maybe over on the road racing, you're getting a massive amount of money, but still a lot to go on the dirt tracks there. But
4 cylinders are somewhat affordable. You can do a lot of those. They call them bandits. There's different rules at different tracks. So, but this is a great trainer, because then if you do get a chance to do it in the non-virtual world, you'll be ready.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a lot of drivers that have come from here and done it that way. So we'll have to see. And we talk about the guy like Lane Snook being 12. That's usually what happens is at a young age, and just have to see what kind of skills they got. So here we go, going green here tonight. The B-Fins, heat race number 2.
John Hine and Eric Dorsey sitting there in the front row, going to wait for that pace truck to dip on down to the infield. And John keeps mentioning, or Joe keeps mentioning all these sponsors. Seriously, guys, check them out. These are people who are helping us do this and allowing us to keep these leagues going. Even if you can't use their services now, give them a shout. Let them know that you care about them being here and helping us out.
Oh, absolutely, man. That's the one thing. You got to definitely do that. And I love all the sponsors out there, and all the family members out there watching too, rooting on their favorite driver. Pace truck's in. Here we go. Eric and John up front. Green flag flies. They're going to head off of turn 1 side by side.
3 wide for a moment as Davey Lamont tries to slick through the middle there, but they will come out of the corner. Looks like the leader is going to be up on the top side. Eric Dorsey with the lead briefly as they head into 3.
Yeah, and the battle's on for second place there. Yeah, David Lamont towards the high side, but down low, John Hines going to try to see if he can't hold with the slider on there. Is he going to be able to put the slide job on? And boy, this is a good battle for second.
And you know who else has to be careful right now is Backus running back there in fourth. Because I was just going to say they could get together and he could either go from fourth to first or fourth to last. He's got to be careful behind these drivers.
Oh, bump and run right there. Joe Backus, he's not backing that machine up right now. He's trying to take it forward to see if he can't hang on. He's right there to 4th place transfer spot. But he's also got Troy Stewart breathing down his back deck lid there as he tries to put a move on the inside.
Lamont's trying to get that bottom lane to work, but just can't quite get the run off the corners. He gets the inside of Hine here in 3 and 4.
Yeah, it does. David Lamont, though, right there in 3rd. Oh, you got Joe Backus hanging on 4th. The top 4 guys, you can't even put hardly a piece of paper between them, but right there, they're all on top of each other. Here comes Lamont to the inside again, or outside, excuse me.
Down to the bottom he goes, and if anything, this front 4 is pulling away a little bit from Troy P. Stewart, who has fallen back a little bit. He's got the best seat in the house to watch this battle, but down on the inside, I was going to say Hine had it, but maybe not yet.
Oh, right there, contact Lamont. He's trying to see if he can't knock that Titanic out of the way there of John Hine as he is sitting in second for the most part. Joe Backus is right there on the inside. Oh, contact, Joe's around.
And into him is Stewart. The 2 get together. Now the top 3 have pulled away, and that leaves 4th place is wide open now, last qualifying spot.
Oh, man, Doug, right there, we saw it. John had it. He got up there, got tagged a little bit, but you're right, the 4th place now is under a lot of heat because Troy Stewart's got a lot of damage. That thing looks like a mashed-in mean bulldog right there. He's got KS looking on his back deck lid.
Trying to get down to the inside. Yeah, I can see what you mean about the nose of that car. It has seen better days, but even though the car is dinged up, he did get that final qualifying spot. That's important as we watch, what did we say? Kocharik and Gardner back behind him.
Yes, it is, as they got about 2 to go here. He's going to come up on a white flag. Well, I tell you what, old Stewart right now, he's got that final transfer spot, but he has still got KS right there, though, who could sneak into it. White flag one more time. Is he going to be able to maybe throw a slider on him?
and Gardner watching back from 6th place as well. This is great racing right here for that last qualifying spot.
I think the only saving grace right there to Stewart might be that old Joe dropped on the inside, or John dropped on the inside of KS out of turn, slowed the momentum.
Took his line away, yep.
Yep, took his line, and you're right, drag race to it. KS is going to hang on to it, and Eric Dorsey's going to end up winning B-Fin's heat race number 2. Boy, that was an exciting one right there.
Sure was. David Lamont gets in, John Hine, like we said, Troy P. Stewart gets the last qualifying spot. So a lot of folks heading to the consolation race in this one.
Yes, it is. Well, right now, I'll tell you, here we go. This is heat race number 3, iRacing League Manager. And I've said before, Preston Cranmer is a man behind that outstanding program. If you got a league, manage a league, run a league, do anything with one, that is going to actually be coming out to the public here pretty soon. So get in contact with Preston Cranmer or anyone in here at the GForce Racing League, Roger Craig or something, those guys. And they'll definitely get you, hooked up on what you need and about any information about that program, because it's definitely outstanding. All the information you'll ever need to run one and definitely manage it. So it'll be awesome here. Heat race number 3, and I tell you what, LW out there, you having a fun time watching this one? Yeah, I see that. Gosh, love it. That's one thing, Doug, that I know you were talking about before. You did some real commentating at the tracks. That is the one biggest difference we have here in the virtual world as opposed to maybe the real side. Is the biggest. Sorry about that. Biggest thing is we have the ability to talk to the viewer, as opposed to on the real side and or any television or anything. They don't really have the ability to talk to the crowd and whatnot. So we have that ability to sit here, and I love doing that. I love the interaction to be able to with the family members and anything like that.
I think you might be cutting out a little bit, Joe. You cut out a little bit. I don't know if it was my end or your end. I just wanted to make sure that
okay. Well,
I
basically
told you that.
Yeah, basically what I was saying on it was as the biggest thing between the virtual world and the real world, as commentating wise, as you know, is we have the ability here on the virtual side to communicate with the viewers out there. Opposed like on TV and all, they can't communicate with the actual the crowd and all that.
Yeah, I saw they were able to send you messages and ask questions and things like that. And it's too bad we couldn't do that in the non-virtual world, because I think it would really help the sport grow a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. And that's one thing I do love is going green here outside. Blake Doyle up front. You got Jeffrey Barker. They're already beating each other to death up there.
Schultz to the outside, looks like he had the lead. Barker on the bottom, former mod light racer in that 513, as we watch Kyle Parker back behind them. Final qualifying spot right now is Blake Doyle, number 4, transfer in. Doyle still running up to that high side there. Barker trying to chase him down as we continue here in qualifying heat race number 3.
Yeah, we do. You got Kyle Parker right there and Jeffrey Barker hanging on to it as the top 4 kind of spread out a little bit, as John Fowler right there hanging on to that transfer spot. You got to go back to maybe around the 5th, 6th place where you get a good battle happening there with Cody Castleman and Mike Schultz.
Of course, I'm watching Jeff Barker right now, and Kyle Parker is trying hard to get to the outside. He's been able to get some runs, as he sees here at turn 4, but Barker just gets the better run off the bottom and keeps the spot.
We've seen it all night long. The low line looks like it's rumbling pretty good here, but we've seen a couple guys go up there to the middle groove, not have traveled way up to the top side yet. We'll have to see if maybe later on. Right there, he hits the cushion a little bit, as you see Jeffrey taking the middle groove there for the moment. That actually lets John close in. There's going to be a battle for actually 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, I think depending on the camera angle that Kyle Parker's looking at, he might have seen John Fowler that time get down to the inswim, but meanwhile, on the outside, there goes Parker.
Yes, it is. Outside groove down the inside. Jeff's going to see if he can't put a slide. But boy, Kyle Parker making it on the outside. And Doug, you'll get a kick out of this one. There used to be a guy out here that's called Kenny. And one time it was Kyle and Kenny. And I said I thought I was watching a South Park episode.
Well, as long as Kenny didn't meet his usual demise at the end of the episode, that would have been all good. So,
well, see, the bad thing is he wrecked.
Did?
Yeah, he wrecked. He
hit the
wall.
Okay.
Somebody ran into him, and they just killed Kenny.
They just killed Kenny. It happened every week. Kyle Parker starting to race down Blake Doyle a little bit. He's going to run out of laps perhaps, but definitely strong here at the end.
Yeah, it is. Laps winding down, but you're right. Kyle Parker's going to see if he can't here. iRacing League Manager Heat Race number 3. Blake Doyle out front leading this with John Fowler still a man hanging on to that last transfer spot. And he's loving what he's seeing there in his rearview mirror, because as long as Mike Schultz and Cody keep battling, that's going to keep them off his back bumper as the checkered flag is going to fly here soon. Blake Doyle is going to be the man out of turn 4 winning the iRacing League Manager Heat Race number 3.
Parker gets second, Barker third, Fowler fourth. Cody Castleman was close, but he will end up going to the consolation race again with Mike Schultz. Two of them were pretty good racing there for fifth spot there right as the checkered waved.
Absolutely. And talking about the consolation, that brings us up here. We call it the B main here tonight, and that would be the E-Toronto tickets, B main. And folks, I'll tell you, if you for tickets to a sporting event or a concert or anything, hopefully we got any open in the area, definitely check those guys out on E-Toronto ticket. In North American and Canada, I always sometimes say Canadian, but Canada area, they definitely hook you up, and they have fee free on their fees also. Fee free is what they check out. E-Toronto's tickets is their B main here tonight.
And like you said, it's not just tickets up there in Canada either. It's all over the place. And trust me, guys, soon you'll be back at concerts. You'll be back at your favorite racetrack. We'll all be hanging out, giving each other high fives, and having ourselves a good old time. It'll happen soon. Last chance to get in. How many we taking here? 12?
12, yes. We had 3 heats, got 12 of them. And what we're going to be looking at, because you look back here, Brandon Gutton and Lane Snook right there on the outside looking in. Looks like there's going to be 3 cars, or we'll go home here in this one. Lane's right there on the outside looking in. Clinton Nichols and Nick Erskine all right there outside looking in for the moment. So that's going to be the real hot spot as 3 drivers will leave here tonight. And real quick before we go back, Green, you was talking about everybody having high fives and get out there. I was at the doctor's office the other day, and they talking about the how to be safe and social distance and all that stuff. Well, it was funny because I had to chuckle a little bit because they said, don't shake hands, give an elbow bump or a fist bump. And I'm going,
That's what we've been doing. That's what we've been doing.
Old school now. I said, okay.
Well, at least we're still getting together, and hopefully the doctor's appointment was for something cool and, little upgrades, get some speed parts, right?
Yeah, that's why I try to tell him every time I go. I say, look, he said, anyway, we can just get some new parts and benefits of getting old. You know how you look.
Exactly. I need speed parts for my knees right now. Yeah. So anybody has anything out there, you let me know. I'm looking for my race friends to make me some nice, high quality knee replacement, high performance stuff, and I'll be doing the basketball again soon.
No doubt. Boy, I tell you what.
That'll happen.
I couldn't do that even back when I was young.
I like the KS14. There's a lot of scorers who like cars that stand out. Boy, that would be an easy car to score in the non-virtual world, I'll tell you that.
Yes, it would. Well, pace truck's in. We're going green flag here in the B main, and already some shuffling up front as Ludo in the rust bucket machine tried to see if he could take it 3 wide, and he does. Oh, contact. Well, I don't know who that was down on the low, but boy, they had to hold on to it.
I don't know if Katsarczyk had a bad start or what it was, but the car just didn't go. But it didn't hurt him too bad, as he's still in second place here as we sort things out, as we fill out the back of the field here in the Street Stock feature.
No. Well, I tell you what, Lane Snook could not have more of a worse night than tonight. He was up to 10th, 4 wide in the back, and he got caught right down on the low line coming around the corner. And he caught one of, I call them the donuts down there. He caught the tire and spun around. And we got a big one in the back here. Michael Brandon is around. Lane Snook might still sneak into this one. He's up to 12. Holy moly. Well, I tell you, it's a crazy start to this one.
Well, of course, the top 9 cars are all together. Everybody back behind them was involved in that deal right there. So you're right. Maybe a well-timed caution could help out Snook as well. But look at this race right here for second place.
Well, that's the thing. There is no cautions in the B main.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the only time they throw cautions, the heats and B mains, there is no cautions. The only time they do it's in the feature. So
it's only the features.
Yeah, so those guys who wrecked huge right there. Yeah, Lane might actually get the break he needs because he's still hanging on to that final transfer spot of 12th. and he's actually closing in. It looks like on Chris Whipple right there. So, man, what would have been a disastrous night for Lane Snook might end up being a good one here to catch him into the feature. But we got to go back up front here because Corey Smith and Joe Backus, they're in a good battle going on.
Yeah, second, third, fourth, fifth, all right there. Try to work the top side. Good racing back behind them, too, as Ludo's back in the mix as well.
Yeah, he is. Ludo's got that rush machine right there, seeing if he can't, man, wipe a little bit off on the side there. Corey for slider. He had to back off of it for a moment.
I'm watching third place right now. You got Mike Schultz trying to get up and race with Castleman there, as they're having a pretty good race right there as well.
LW, the on the features, on the heats, and the B main, or the, excuse me, not the B main, but the B main. They don't have the cautions out here. The cautions is only for the actual feature itself. Well, boy, I tell you what, look at this battle up front. Wow.
Watching that right now. Schultz on the bottom, KS on the outside, and watching right there is Joe Backus in the 46. Three wide per second. Wow.
Michael took the lead with a good slide job, and like you said, back there behind him, Joe Backus. Cody right there, KS, look on the inside. Here comes Joe in that 46. He tried to throw a slider, but the outside hooked for KS and was able to hold him off.
I think he got the thing a little too sideways, cost himself some momentum that time coming out of the corner.
Yeah, he did. Joe's still trying to see what he can get there. It's Cody Castleman. White flag. Final time here. And I got to go back. Is Lane Snook going to hang on? He's in 11th. Wow, what a opening of events for him, as Chris Whipple's the man right there. And Lane Snook, he's battling with Nick for 10th. If I was him, I'd just say, I'm going to just hang on to where I'm at. But Mike Schultz is going to win it here for the E-Toronto tickets, B-Main.
Nice job for Schultz. He gets the win. KS gets second. Joe Backus third. Cody Castleman in fourth. Corey Smith, after starting on a pole, fades back to position number 5. And let's see. Lane Snook ends up in 10th place. So he's in. Started 13th.
Well, that's going to bring us up in the warm-up. And folks, don't go anywhere. We're going to get our national anthems here, and we'll be right back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, Dirt fans, we're back here. Feature time here tonight. It'll be the Strickland GMC feature here for the Bruisers. Last weekend stream team Bruiser Series, and these street stock guys have put on an awesome show. Okay, I know everybody likes behind the scenes. You got a little bit of behind the scenes on the Facebook side there of Roger and us talking, and heard the quick conversation of they took 12. And I was saying they take 12 in the feature. And what happens is me and Roger had a conversation about this. I was always confused. It was changing. 8, 12, 16. And what happens is it depends on the heats. But, so we had 3 heats tonight. And I was telling Doug earlier, all right, 3 heats, we got 12 going to go. Problem is it's normally 24 cars or 25 cars in the feature. It changed to 20. So Roger threw me a curveball tonight on this one. That's why I was like, it only took 8 from the feature here. So unfortunately, Lane didn't make it in on that one.
Well, he's had a pretty good week anyway, though, so let somebody else get in there and run for a little bit. But I'm excited for this one. These guys were a lot of fun in the heats. The Consi was a real good race, so I can't wait to see what they're going to do here in the feature.
Yeah. And now the cautions in here will fly on this one, as opposed to like with the heat and the Consolation. That's what we was talking about earlier. So actually, if these drivers do get into trouble, the caution will fly on this one. It's getting set to go back green there, and it'll be a good one here tonight. Old Eric Dorsey out front, along Ryan Beagle. He's very fast. Pace trucks in. Our feature tonight here is green flag flies. Everybody gets started 2x2 in a turn.
Beagle goes to the bottom. Dorsey goes to the high side. We see almost 3 wide there for the lead as they work down the backstretch. Almost look like they're still in parade lap formation.
It is right there down low. You got Ryan Beagle trying to chop that inside groove, but up high, Eric's hanging on. Boy, look at this 3 wide tangle back here with Davey Lamont. Don't count him out, but down low, the 013 of Kyle Parker. We got a car around.
Is that Vickery who went around there?
Looks like the 013 of Kyle was one of them who got a little bit upset there. In the 45, actually no caution because actually he got straightened up by the help of Kyle Parker there, and Kyle almost clipped those inside tires. Wow, that was close.
Hands full out front for Ryan Beagle now as we've got somebody looking on the outside. That's Dorsey in the white 07.
Yeah, he's going to try to take that high lane. We said it was going to come in later on, but everybody's still, this is a multi-groove style track. You can see that inside groove still paying dividends there for Ryan Beagle as he throws it on the inside. Beautiful synchronized sliding. I don't say synchronized swimming because they're on the dirt out here throwing a little bit of mud. Hey, Doug, I got to tell you, do you remember back in the days, I always say these guys might sling some dirt clogs at each other.
We used to call them dirt worms. You see the little things look like almost little worms that would come out from the tread of the tire and get you over in the stands. But this is a good battle out front, and the guy I'm watching is Nicholas Vickery sitting back there in third as the yellow does come out. And
that's a huge one in the back here. And actually, I think started there with old Ludo and company. But these guys got all kind of out of shape. Let's go back here and watch again. Unfortunately, Clinton Nichols involved, KS involved in it. They were 3 wide back there in the back with Ludo and company. And I got a feeling maybe a little contact between them back there as those guys were just rumbling. Watching back here with KS. Oh, little hook right there. They were 4 wide for the moment. KS is down low. Him and Ludo just got together, and then from there it was a chain reaction. And the 45 took flight.
Really got airport, huh? Oh, no.
Woo, tried to go to the moon on that one.
Never good when all of a sudden you hear silence in the car when you're either flipping it up in the air or something like that. It is never good. And I got to tell you, I like the look of these Camaros that they're using for these street stocks because they got the new Camaro nose like you'd see on a current street stock / pro stock, but then the body is more like the mid-70s F2 Camaro. They look great going around the track.
Yeah, but Mustangs.
Oh, you were one of those guys, huh?
Yeah.
I got some folks around here running those 351s also. And, what is it, the Windsors for Rowdy Round and the Clevelands for drag racing? Is that how that went, I think?
Pretty much it's about how it was back in the day, but maybe think about Hemi now in drag racing. But yeah, back in the day they used to use the Cleveland. Back in the day, the 351, but yeah, I'm a Mustang man. I always have been.
Well, we'll get talking to these iRACING folks.
Oh, well.
Talk to them. Tell them
it took them a long time before they finally got the F-150 into the truck series. I was happy about that one, so I was like, wow. But, I mean, y'all right. It's kind of a mix, though. Yeah, it's kind of a mix. You're right. The old school back there, I think it would be almost like the second gen Camaro. I think that the rear end would be it's either second or third gen, I believe. It would be more like the 70 style model.
Yeah, that's the second gen. The third gen was like the IROC Z.
Yep. And the only reason I know that information is because obviously I keep up with the history between Camaro versus Mustang over the years.
There's one sitting about 100 feet away from me right now. So as we watch Ryan Beagle going right back to the top, but boy, they are on him. What's the old line like? Molasses on something? There's something like that. I'll get that one down later.
Who knows? Molasses on.
Oh, I know it is. Pour all over him like a bunch of molasses. I think that was from being a bandit or something. So Absolutely. 3 wide for second spot. Look at this. It's some good racing right here.
Oh, Steve Shaw's around. Oh, they just tagged Ratfink, put him around. We saw it. Now that thing is punched in. Ouch.
John Hine and Blake Doyle, they were getting together right as the yellow came out too. So I remember the line now. Them bears about to pour all over you like maple syrup. That was the line. It took a minute.
Bandit, yeah. Now I do like the Trans Ams. Camaros not so much. I like Trans.
Mm-hmm. I'll drive any of them though, so I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it.
Give me
No.
I'd give it back to you.
Okay. Well, that's probably good because I'd kind of like to keep it anyway. So Beagle out front, Lamont, Dorsey, Vickery, and Hine. That's your top 5 in what's becoming a very wild here. So.
It's a good one so far. And I tell you what, Ryan Beagle out front has got this thing on lockdown. I come the Beagle machine out there. No Eric Dorsey right there in the backside. Davey Lamont, don't count him out. Nicholas there. I mean, we got some heavy hitters in this one. Fortunately, though, some of the other guys have had some bad. Now they're going to that single file start. And I've said this before. This really benefits the leader out here a lot because, you know, not
sure
only
does.
even well, you know, and I know even on a double file, the leader controls the start and the field. But so much the second place car, third place car could get a jump with him. Here, it's almost as it's really tough unless you just hook onto that bumper. It's really tough. And it looks like now they're going to go double.
Oh, they
file.
are doing double. Okay.
Okay, all right. Well,
if you're
never
in the
mind.
wrong
Throw
lane-
that out.
Well, if you're in 4th place on a double file restart and you've been running the bottom the whole race, you could be in a little trouble because you got to try to get back down there. And by the time you get there, you could lose 3 or 4 spots.
And that's another thing with I don't know, in dirt racing, a lot of times in oval, they can do what they call, they can pick which line of the leader. And I've seen a lot of guys do that. You know, they see a fast guy sitting in about 3rd or 4th, and they're like, look, I want to put him behind a slower car. They'll dictate that. They'll go either high or low. That's kind of one of them strategy moves from the leader. So base truck's in. Green flag's about to go back out. We're back racing in Volusia here on the dirt with the Strickland GMC feature. And boy, Ryan Beagle's got company with Davey Lamont on his back bumper.
Boy, Davey just followed him right through on that start as Dorsey kind of got trapped on the outside. We can see Lewis Vickery kind of going up there as well. A whole bunch of folks now trying to get by 4 wide for a moment for 3rd place. Wow.
And they're still 4 wide. They almost clipped that tire. Boy, I tell you, they were back there rubbing paint. John Hine and company there with Blake and Mike Schultz. They are still 4 wide back here, Duck. That is a train wreck about to happen.
Yeah, Ryan Beagle's missing a good race as he sits out there in front. And now here we got the 71 of John Hine trying to get down to the inside. And no, another guy who's run well here is Mike Schultz. Remember, he came from the Consolation. He's up to 7th as the yellow comes out.
Yep, Ludovic involved in that one. Let's go back here and see what happened to him on the restart here. He's back in the back. Oh, he throws a slider on the inside. Gets a little contact. Him and Steve Shaw. He's 3 wide back there. Kind of meet in the middle of a sandwich right now. Oh boy, that's when it was back there when they were all 4 wide. I just got a feeling maybe just a little check up here and he just got maybe into something. Oh, him and Steve Shaw. Shaw just kind of hooked the back a little bit and Ludo slams the wall hard.
That's the reason we don't see 4 wide much. There's you get 4 wide, somebody's going to be someplace they shouldn't be.
And it's true that the thing about this track is it is wide enough to get 4 wide. That's the thing. And with the grooves like they have been this week, we've seen the low line, the middle, and the high play a factor here. I've not, most of the time I can look at a track, and after a while you can see the line coming in, the groove that you need to be in. But here, for some reason, Volusia, that's right. Yeah, for some reason this week has not been here. I would think after a while, the high line's going to come in, but they are just not taking a high line. They can still use that inside middle, and as a driver, that's got to be frustrating because you would think sometimes you know where to go. But now you got to search around throughout the race.
I wonder if part of that is the fact that these are street stocks and not sprints or late models, because you talk about a leaf spring suspension on a street stock, versus the sophisticated suspensions we have in late models and sprints. Maybe they're just not beating the track up as much.
Well, and also, you talk about that. Remember, they ran the sprints this past Monday here at Volusia, and the same thing was there. It was just all over the place. They were 2 and 3 wide in that race. It was incredible. So it could be the track state, could be anything going on, but these guys definitely have got some multi-grooves to work with. Is it going to go 2x2 back to the green flag here tonight for the Bruisers here? It's definitely outstanding racing. David Lamont, Ryan Beagle, there's 2 heavy hitter names up front. Green flag flies. Beagle gets a good jump out front.
And notice he jumped right to the top side off that start. That's where he wanted to be, as he is up just over the cushion as we watch them sorting out back behind him. Dorsey down to the extreme bottom trying to get 3rd place here, and he might even try for more than that.
Yeah, 6th place got a good battle there with John Hine, Mike Schultz and companies. They're 3 wide. I mean, we got battles up front, battle in the middle, battle for the lead. David Lamont's on the inside. He's going to put a little slider on him. Is he going to be able to hold? Not today. That middle lane is able to prove dividends there for Ryan Beagle.
Race for 3rd now. Vickery on the outside, Dorsey on the bottom, and back behind them, still watching Mike Schultz. He's up to 5th. Remember, he came from the Consi.
Yeah, he did. And give him a little bit more, he might be able to get up there. As Mike Schultz, like you say, trying to rumble the best he can. And at 16, he's looking in front of him in that battle for third between Nicholas and actually, that would be Eric Dorsey there as they're side by side.
He might be ready for fourth here. And of course, he used to run stock cars in the central New York area for a long time. A couple cars getting back together about 7th or 8th. Wait, we'll see if they get to the yellow. Nope, they must have kept going.
Blake,
Oh, there it is.
Blake Dole just could not get it going straight. We saw a little bit live right there, just kind of a couple cars, and now it looks like that thing is all bent up. It's walking like a crab now.
That's never good.
No, it's not good when your rear end's kind of going to maybe the left, your front's going to the right, and you're just kind of like, not how my car's supposed to look.
22 laps in, so not much time left. But boy, if I tell you, if I'm Ryan Beagle, I might be just a little bit nervous now because they are all over him. He has not been able to pull away.
Well, it's going to be kind of essentially what we'd call our green-white checkered attempt here. Going to try to race it back here to the white flag for our feature here tonight, Strickland GMC. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Hit that like and share out there. No, Lee, you definitely appreciate it. We're here live on the GForce TV on YouTube, OSR Network on Facebook. Appreciate everybody and appreciate our Sweet and Stream team out there, our Sweet and Speedway, GForce Racing for letting us do it. The next week is the season finale here for the summer here, and I tell you, it has been a tremendous. We're going to crown some champions next week on Monday. We're going to crown some champions next week on Thursday. So tune in. We're going to be live, like I say, on the YouTube and the Facebook side of things. It's going to be awesome here. And again, I got to appreciate guys, Roger Craig. I appreciate Preston Cranmer and all the drivers out here for letting myself here at OSR Network, online simracingnetwork.com, your home for fun and exciting sim racing. Be able to bring this awesome action to you here. It's definitely been fun, and I got to welcome old Doug up here. I tell you, it's awesome to get talent up here in the booth with me.
You know, they always use that term in TV too. They call the broadcasters talent. I always thought that was a little, a little self-serving, perhaps. But if we were that talented, we'd be in the race. Okay, then we'd be out front, Joe. So,
no, I got a hard enough time. I got a hard enough time walking straight than trying to drive sideways like these guys do on dirt. I'm gonna tell you, it takes. My hat's off to any guys who do dirt racing in real life, virtual or anything. It's a skill to even get out here and try it.
Yeah, my daughter's finding out as she's trying to work her way up through the street stocks. It's not easy. Ryan Beagle has led this thing pretty much from the start. 2 more laps to go. We'll see if he can do it here at the wide and always fun Volusia Speedway Park.
Yeah, it is. Ryan gets a good jump over Davey Lamont right there as they're too wide back there around third place spot. Remember, if they get to that white flag, it won't matter if they kill themselves because it won't be, and it doesn't look like it because we got some cars around. Troy Stewart and company in the back. No, they keep going. They got them straight. So battle's on up front. Davey Lamont still got a shot. White flag. This will be it. Final time. Does Ryan Beagle have enough to hold him off?
And can Mike Schultz maybe make something happen and get up to the runner-up spot as he's able to get to the inside of Lamont a couple times. Not this time, though, as they head to 3 and 4. And they might cross the line just the way they are as we watching Eric Dorsey trying to make a move for 5th place.
Yeah, it does. Top 3. Ryan Beagle's going to bring it home here for the Bruiser Series tonight. Davey Lamont in 2nd. Mike Schultz going to hold up in 3rd. What a finish to this one. Very, very good race by these guys here tonight. Wow, what a finish to that one. Enjoyed it here for the Strickland GMC feature here tonight at Volusia.
Ryan Beagle, the only car with a clean front end on it. I watch as they run around here on the parade laps. Didn't have anybody throwing any clay up his nose there as the race went on.
No, he did not. And it was a good run by these guys here. And good finish by all of them. Outstanding there. Ryan Beagle putting it in home here tonight, winning it for the Bruiser Series. Davey Lamont there. Mike Schultz, like you say, been able to come from the B main, able to bring himself home up here in 3rd. A couple of these guys up here. Got Davey up there, and we'll see when old Schultz jumps up here. 3rd with him. Now, bring 2nd place. Davey up here right fast. Davey, Joe in the booth, got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, I'll tell you what, is there anything else you could have done to maybe move old Beagle up there to get that win?
Well, yeah, Ryan's a great guy. I could have had a faster car. I just needed more green flag laps. Every time I set it up for a pass, caution come out and it just killed me. I couldn't get the momentum needed to go on the restart the time it starts. Battle back on the outside. Every time you slide up, I go on 8th of them, but try to pass in 3 and 4, you lose all the momentum going down to 1 and 2, and you got to be on that top 5. And it killed me up there.
You know, Davey, that's going to be a classic term right there, because I don't think most anybody I've ever heard saying second place, you know, they've always, you know, said that they're through this or that, but to say I needed a faster car to catch me, I like that. That was pretty good there. So it always helps to have a faster machine. Hey, you had a fast one. You almost pulled it off. Anybody want to thank?
Lamont Graphic Designs, Sheets Fresh Food made to order, Dirty Monkey Motorsports, you guys putting this broadcast on, GForce Racing League. Congrats to Ryan again and Mike for the top 3. Needed more green flag laps. I think I'd have had them, but hopefully a good show for you guys.
Oh, it was outstanding, man. Y'all guys put on an awesome out there on the dirt again there. Congratulations on second, Davey.
Thanks, guys.
All right, there's Davey Lamont, second place man. Let's bring up third place man here, Mike Schultz, who had to do it the hard way here tonight. Mike, Joy at the booth, got a copy?
You got Mike.
All right, Mike, I'll tell you what, you know, you had to do it the hard way, come for the B main up here, but you was able to squeeze out and get the third. If there'd have been a few more laps, think you might have been able to caught the top 2 guys?
I think I had something there. We ran out of laps.
Well, you definitely was fast and coming through the field there, and it would have been awesome to see. Maybe, like I said, about 10 more laps. I think you might have been up there giving old Beagle a hard time, but came home in third here tonight. Definitely was an outstanding run for you. Anybody you want to thank? Oh, absolutely. And I tell you what, it was outstanding to watch you there. And again, congratulations on third, Mike.
Good, thank you.
All right, there we go. Let's bring this guy up here, Ryan Beagle here. Outstanding run by him here tonight. We're in the Malcolm Mills victory lane here tonight. We've got Ryan Beagle. Ryan, how you doing?
Oh, we're all right.
Well, I tell you what, you and the Beagle machine up there, y'all was just a barking up a cool breeze, but you had Lamont right there breathing down your back deck lid. Was you a little worried?
Yeah, I didn't want to see all those cautions, but we got lucked out tonight, starting on pole, so just glad to be here.
Oh, absolutely. You had a bad, fast machine, was able to stay out front, pulled off the victory here. Victory here tonight. I'll get a word, a little tongue tied there myself. The accent's so good, but for the Bruiser series here, and hey, you got anybody you want to thank for this awesome win?
Yeah, I just want to thank Roger and everybody for putting this deal on, and you for the broadcast. And hopefully we'll see you next week for championship night.
Oh, absolutely, championship.
I think
night.
it's champ.
It is.
I think
You're right.
Is it? Okay.
Yep.
I don't even know what day of the week it is anymore.
Hey, I get that ways up there, do right. I understand. Yeah. You're right. One more week, championship night next week. I tell you what, awesome run by you here tonight. The Bruisers again. Congratulations on that win.
Yep. Thanks.
All right, there's old Ryan Beagle. I'll tell you what, Doug, we're going to leave Volusia here tonight. What an outstanding 2 races it was here for the GForce Racing League. Got any final thoughts on it?
Impressed with the street stocks, the way they get around the racetrack. Nice to see guys coming from the back, making their way to the front. Volusia's always fun because it's so wide, so many places to go. This was a very entertaining race. I really enjoyed it.
Absolutely. My condolences there, too. I tell you what, folks, loved it, had it fun here tonight. We're going to leave here and hope everyone has a good night. From myself here and everybody at GForce, everyone have a good night.
If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight.